All right, so that's kind of what we can do with some of the networking. Now let's take a look at one more layer we can add on top. Now this one's just recently been released, but we've heard a lot about functions as a service, and we'll talk about them here in a little bit more about where you run what. But functions as a service are actually event-driven, automated serving. So what we'll do is we will actually build our program and say a command comes in and we will execute a set of code and then we'll go back to sleep. The beauty of this is, and this is what we call, Amazon Lambda is a service that does this. Azure Events, I think it's called, or Azure Functions, I don't remember, and Google Events, they've got names out there. They only bill you after the first, couple million calls. So this is so lightweight that it's just a very simple, lightweight way to run things, and it has a built-in what we call scale to zero. So you're not paying when it's not running. So this is truly more like, electricity, if you will. So serverless is what that's called, functions as a server. The Kubernetes serverless is called Knative. And it comes with three parts. The first one is build. Well, that just builds the hook, the container. It's actually running in a container, but it gets loaded into memory, but it's not running, but it's very fast to start. So as your call comes in, it just starts up, handles the call, and then goes right back to sleep. So you build, there's a build component that helps build that, right? The serving component is actually the portion of loading it up into memory. And finally, the eventing is actually calling the function and returning the response. So those are the three pieces that make this super, super lightweight and that have been released on top of the Kubernetes and Istio layer. So what does that look like? You load your code in, you tell it to build. The build gets done and it gets loaded out there. The serve pops it up onto your Kubernetes cluster, and then the eventing waits for it to be called. So it just is a simple way of building a super lightweight microservices function as a service capability. So it's also included now for free in the Kubernetes system.